going on, guys? It is your boy Beer Gut Plays here, back at it with another episode of the WWE 2K25 MyGM mode. Now, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the content so far. If you guys like the content and you want to see this channel grow, make sure you super kick that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to this channel for more content. Guys, absolutely have enjoyed just doing this series so far. Hopefully you guys will check out the series playlist I will post in the top right hand corner right here. This episode is going to have some great matches, main evented by Bron Breakker versus Andrade. I am super excited about that. As you guys can see, I got the Bron Breakker Dogs Out shirt. Guys, so excited about it. Before we get that thing started, we have to do a little sponsor plug-a-rooski. Guys, you want to have as much energy as I do. You want it to just be hyped all the time. Get through a workout. Get through your own recording sessions, video game play, live streams. You just need a kick in the pants for everyday life. Check out Dubby Energy. I will leave it linked in the video description below. Use my code BeerGut at checkout. You'll save yourself a discount, 10% on your order. Now, my personal favorite flavor is the Grandpa's Denture Water, but they have so many great flavors that you can choose from for your own choosing. Now, guys, we're going to get this episode started. Let's get to the video. As you guys can see, we are opening with a tag team contest. The Coffee Brothers, Joe and Mark Coffee, taking on the Authors of Pain, Akam and Razor. In the second match of the night, IC champion Jacob Fatu taking on Damian Priest in a title match in the semi-main event. Nia Jax, your current IC champion, actually wanted it. Bash at Berlin last week, taking on Michin, and in the main event, the Dogface Gremlin's son, Rick Steiner, Bron Breakker taking on Andrade. Guys, I am so excited for the main event. Now, guys, I cannot wait to get these matches underway. I cannot wait to call the action for you. Remember, I am the GM / commentator / whatever else this is on the channel. I do want to send a shout out to everybody first and foremost. Thank y'all for 600 subscribers. I appreciate everybody who swung by via, whether it be this, my live stream of the WWE 2K25 My Rise, the NASCAR content, the MLB The Show content, whether the old Philadelphia Flyers NHL 25 content. Guys, I appreciate every single last one of you swinging by and just watching content, hitting the like button, commenting, whatever. I appreciate every one of it. I honestly never thought I'd make it this far on this. We're going to get that opening matchup underway, guys. It is Saturday night. As I've mentioned on my various social medias and this particular page, I have recently started going back to the gym, trying to eat a little bit better. I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight, feel a little bit better about myself. I am 38, so I am older, but 95 calories for Garage Beer. It's the Kelsey Brothers beer. Tastes amazing as Gallus is making their way to the ring. And it's not a sponsor plug or anything like that, the Garage Beer. I just really like their product. If you are much like me, it's equivalent to balling on a budget, but you're drinking while you're trying to stay in a calorie deficit. 95 calories, a great light tasting light beer, and it's 4% alcohol. So I've drank about 6 of these in about an hour and a half. I mean, I'm feeling it a little bit, but not as nowhere much as those heavy other beers would make me feel. Gallus looking to climb the rankings of the tag team division. I absolutely am a huge fan of their work, the Coffee Brothers. When I would get a chance, I'd watch NXT UK now, so I'm a little bit familiar with their work. But on their way to the ring, Akam, Razor, members of the Final Testament. God, that was such a... That's such a... I love Karrion Kross, and I didn't like the pairing of Karrion Kross and Akam and Razor and Paul Ellering and Scarlett. Maybe it's just me. I feel like Karrion Kross should be, just managed by Scarlett, and quite possibly I would maybe team him with Paul, or put Paul Ellering there. I mean, Paul Ellering's a legend in this business, and I feel like he could probably get over, and I hate using that term, so yeah, I hate using a lot of these, and again, it might just be me. I hate using a lot of the insider wrestling terms because, guys, at the end of the day, I am just a guy who likes to drink beer, watch wrestling, and watch other sports, collect sneakers, collect a bunch of other shit. I hate the insider terms. It makes us as normal, I don't want to say normal fans, but regular fans just sound freaking goofy. And I hate that. We're going to get this matchup underway. Sorry for the rant. I try to use the entries as I believe that's Joe. Or is that Mark? I honestly can't tell. With crossbody and a butterfly suplex, Mark Coffey teeing off, and an uppercut and a Fez press and forearms to the face. We're seeing a little bit of color in this match, and I'm going to call him Coffee Brother number 1, Coffee Brother number 2. That's going to be Coffee Brother number 1. Coffee Brother number 2. Coffee Brother number 1 with a drop kick. And they lock up, and a double underhook, butterfly suplex, a bridge. Not even a 2 count. There's a tag in. Akam in the ring. What a clothesline, just decapitated. And this is Coffee Brother number 2. Blocks the chop and an elbow to the head. The Coffee Bros. Sounds like it should be named for like a barista stand or something like that. The Coffee Bros. Pump handle slam. Now, honestly, lately I've been getting off work and I haven't been doing as much gameplay. Been trying to save that for the weekends, and I've been watching a lot more of older pay-per-views. So the pump handle slam, discus clothesline decapitates the AOP, and the pin is broken up. But back to my my little rant. I've been watching a lot of old school pay-per-views, and I watched, was it King of the Ring 99, and Test was in it? Man, as a kid, 8, 9 years old, whatever I was at that point, and another Author of Pain is busted open. But as a kid, I was such a huge fan of Test, I ain't even going to try and deny it. And the forearm got the hold of the back of the neck, and a forearm to the chest. They lock up. Irish whip. Reversal. In the corner, the body press. Oh. Holy crap. I don't know what you would call that, but that was an interesting move. Pin is broken up. Gallus is really bringing it to the Authors of Pain. Snapmare. And a forearm to the face. Oh, come on, man. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. Oh. And the cover. Gonna capitalize on an opportunity, too. That is a 3 count. Gallus wins. Gallus, I feel like, should be next in line for these Raw Tag titles. Initially, the plan was to go after Gallows and Anderson, because I am a huge fan of Gallows and Anderson. These guys know for the past, for most part of the past 13 years, I have called Maryland my home. As you guys, I don't know if you can see it. City Locks really hooked your boy up with a Beer Gut Plays hat in the style of the Maryland license plate. I also have a Pennsylvania one because, Beer Gut does not like to forget his past. We're getting into the next matchup. Jacob Fatu taking on Damian Priest, a non-title matchup. Jacob Fatu has been a breakout superstar of this MyGM. Now, honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. I would really like to have Roman versus Jacob Fatu, main event WrestleMania. I know a lot of the wrestling fanboys have kind of planned that to an extent, but I love, I don't know, like the whole Bloodline storyline, I absolutely enjoyed it. I feel like we could continue that on in this MyGM. Now, maybe not the in-depth storytelling that we're going to get with the normal WWE. We're going to have banger after banger after banger matches, though, and just have a lot of fun. Jacob Fatu is our IC champ. Who would have thought that? I didn't think that. You didn't think that. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people probably saw him as the mid-card guy. Obviously, the IC title's a mid-card title, but man, I can do so much with Jacob Fatu, it isn't even funny. Like, I got so many ideas poking around in this cranium, it's not even funny. As Damian Priest makes his way to the ring. And cheers, friends. Obviously recording this on Saturday night. Usually doing a live stream at this point, but I mentioned in my Philadelphia Phillies series, it just did not feel right with the untimely and the sudden passing of Hulk Hogan to do a video. I posted my thoughts on my favorite Hulk Hogan's matches as a tribute, kind of. I mean, I will say this on camera. I did not agree with what Hogan said. Yeah, obviously the racist stuff that came out. But it's hard to deny that Hulk, was a big part of my childhood. Now, as many of you may know, I grew up in Philly. That is prime WWF territory. I want to say that Hogan, my first experience with Hogan, watching him was in WCW, surprisingly enough. Because he left when I started watching, because I started watching during the New Generation era as the pop-up Samoan drop by Jacob Fatu. Another one. And the cover. Not even a 2 count. But I want to say my best memories of Hogan was in WCW. I want to say like the peak of my fandom. I wouldn't say peak, but like when I first started becoming like a huge fan of wrestling, as Jacob Fatu clears the ropes and skydives. But my first, like, it was WCW 95, 96-ish, 94, 95-ish. And, for a kid that was born up in the North, to see Hogan in the South as his first experience, now knowing what I know, is weird as hell. As the toss over the ropes, Damian Priest absolutely getting dominated here. And Jacob Fatu in the corner, and Damian Priest applying the pressure with the boot, chokes him. And now Damian thinking of his next attack, but Fatu got that boot up and a super kick. Now Damian in control here with a vertical suplex. Takes down Jacob Fatu, and he's in the zone, folks. Jacob Fatu able to counter. And a super kick. Stomps on the back. Jacob Fatu going to the top. Swanton Bomb takes out Damian Priest. Thought about it for a minute. Now he thinks about it. Oh, no, he doesn't. What are we going to see here? Up to the top rope and misses. Oh, my God. Damian Priest. I guess with the amount of time, Damian Priest really had that thing scouted. But, oh, my God. The ass to the face takes out Damian Priest. And now thinking of it, to the top rope, hits that. The best moonsault ever. Jacob Fatu hooks the leg. Not enough for a 3 as Damian Priest kicks out. And Damian taking off the straps. Misses the elbow drop. And they lock up. Pop-up Samoan drop. And now Jacob Fatu going for a cover. And that is a 3 count. Jacob Fatu victorious. Non-title matchup. So, no, it was just a bragging's rights matchup. Jacob Fatu has absolutely been on a tear since the beginning of this thing. Let me tell you, it's insane. That is such a good beer. I love you, Solo Sikoa. 3.5 stars. That is going to continue the feud. It's up to a level 3. Jey Uso going to make us some of that moolah, baby. And now it is Nia Jax taking on Mishin. Mishin lost that IC title last week to Nia Jax at Bash at Berlin. And Nia Jax is your current IC Women's Champion, looking to just continue all the stuff that's been going on around her. Garage Beer is amazing, by the way. Mishin on her way to the ring. I'm a huge fan of hers. I think she could potentially be a women's United States champion. We're not going to keep her around for the long term, at least not at this time. This is her last appearance on Monday Night Raw, but she is a talent nonetheless. As my voice is starting to go hoarse, I recorded the MLB The Show Phillies series before this, so kind of just been screaming at that camera, everything like that. It has been just a fun time. And now Nia Jax with that beautiful women's IC title. I want to hear you guys' opinion, by the way. I think that title's so cool. But it gives off a very classy vibe, and I don't know, like, I feel like we could have some really good some good wrestlers on the show. As it is currently 85 degrees in this room, so I am kind of sweating bullets, so it gets hot here in Baltimore in the summer, not gonna lie. Holy crap. And here we go. Beer number 2 of the recording. I still have one more. I also have a 12-pack of Mountain Dew, the Baja Hard Mountain Dew Baja pack, and then the summer edition of Angry Orchard, and I have another 24-pack of Garage Beer, the Lime Beer. I'm trying to save that for... In a couple weeks' time, I will be in Richmond for the NASCAR race. I'm trying to save it for that. I got a cooler. I got the seat pad. I got all the stuff I need, and honestly, I just want to keep... I want to save that for that, because Richmond's kind of... Like, Virginia is cool. You can buy beer in the grocery store, in the gas station or whatever. I'm just looking forward to having a fun time at the racetrack and, you know, enjoying myself a little bit of a break. I'm also going to a baseball game Sunday morning. The Phillies are playing the Nationals, so I will be in attendance for that. And Nia Jax and Mishin teeing off on each other. Mishin could not knock down Nia Jax. What was Mishin thinking? A little bit too early to go for that high risk, high reward. And Mishin gets body slammed by Nia Jax and a big splash in the corner. Jesus Christ. What the heck is happening here? As they lock up. And Mishin with the DDT sees a slight opening. Mishin misses the Acai moonsault. Oh my God. Nia Jax really trying to take it to Mishin. Nia Jax has got a weight of over 100 pounds on her competitor. And hopefully this works out well. Counter by Mishin. Mishin the front face lock and a choke out. The Dragon Sleep. Well, not the Dragon Sleeper. The rear or the front choke, and Nia Jax able to get out and drops her right on her back, the small of the back. Mishin on the second rope. Hurricane Rana tried to powerbomb her on the outside, but Mishin fights out. Irish whip into the corner. And headbutt. Mishin really got some offense in. And Nia Jax calling for it. The Annihilator. 3 count. It is all over. Nia Jax retains. Holy crap. That's scary. It is really scary that Nia Jax retained that. Holy crap. 3.5 stars. Perfect send-off for Mishin. But Roman Reigns calls out the Macho Man Randy Savage. And it is main event time. Ooh, yeah. Dig it. I figure I would... fun fact is Bron Breakker is making his way to the ring. Fun little fact about me. I am a avid vinyl record collector and have recently started listening to it in some of my time off from work. I have the Macho Man Randy Savage, the re-release of it, the I guess it would be the 20th anniversary. I found it on Amazon, and it was the Record Store Day exclusive. It was kind of a weird one because I'm I'm a big music fan. In fact, in my work truck, I got one of those Apple CarPlays in my work truck I bought for myself because I just got so sick and freaking tired of listening to the radio. And the good thing is I can have my map right there if I'm in an area I don't know. And it guides me. It is great. But I can listen to the music that I like instead of the radio, which recently, well, before I got this thing, I was listening to the classic rock station because much love to the current or the rock station in my area and other radio stations, but in the morning when I'm working, look, I don't want to listen to talk radio, maybe hear 3-4 songs all day. I don't want to hear all morning. I want to just rock out and have just a great time while I'm working. And it just wasn't working for me anymore. But honestly, I just needed to hear my own music after a while as Andrade makes his way to the ring. Again, none of this crap you guys care about. Beer. Holy crap, this thing's sweating. And I'll tell you, I watched a good amount of SmackDown last night. I kind of passed out. I like the teaming of Andrade and Rey Fenix. I kind of, for the time being, would like to keep Penta and Rey Fenix on separate brands. I feel like they would do better as solo stars, but we're going to get this matchup underway, and holy crap, Andrade lays Bron Breakker with a boot. Bron Breakker telling old Andrade to get up, and they lock up. Double underhook here to a power bomb. Not going for the pin. Bron with the standing moonsault. They lock up. Tossed in the corner. And Bron going for the second rope bulldog, but Andrade counters it. And now raining down fists on the face and head of Bron Breakker. And Bron Breakker now telling him to get up as Andrade's on the outside. Cleared the top rope. Bron Breakker is a freaking athlete, guys. I couldn't do that. Now, I never played professional football either like Bron Breakker did, but now they're teeing off, and the shoulder tackle takes down Andrade. Andrade slips out, and the choke. Standing moonsault. Not going for a cover here. What is Bron Breakker's intentions? Beautiful double A spine buster. Hooks the leg. Only enough for a 2 count. Frankensteiner! Yeah! Going for the cover. Not enough for a 3 count. Whips out an old move from his uncle's playbook with the Frankensteiner. Spear! Not a 3 count. Bron is getting pissed here. Another standing moonsault. Not going for the cover. Back elbow by Andrade. And now Bron Breakker in a little bit of trouble here, but able to get himself out. These two have absolutely killed it so far. And hits the gut buster. Going for a cover. Not enough for a 3 count as Andrade gets the shoulder up. And now he is telling Andrade to get up. Another spear takes down Andrade. Cover him, young man. That is a 3 count. Bron Breakker victorious. Holy crap. What a matchup. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. 2 stars to end the matchup. Wow, that was a mediocre matchup. Jesus Christ. We're going to take a look at what SmackDown does. Again, don't really care, but Fallon Henley, Maxime Dupree, and Indy Hartwell in a triple threat. That'll put a lot of butts in seats. 3 stars, but Fallon Henley out for 3 weeks. Kit Wilson, Wendy Chu versus Thekita Lyons. Thekita Lyons gets it in a 2-star match. JC Jane, Randy Orton, and Duke Hudson taking on the Creed brothers. And in the main event, Gallows, Anderson, and Elton Prince in a triple threat match. Gallows gets the victory. I would love to have grabbed him. Would have kept him straight in the tag division, but he was the U.S. champ for a hot minute until he dropped it to Logan Paul, which was strange. Xavier Woods, GM Beer Gut still leading this thing. I'm going to give Macho some money. I don't know if I'm going to give him what he's completely asking for. We'll give him what he wants. Thank you, Triple H. And Damian Priest wants to team with... but he wants to team with somebody. We're going to fill out this card and then get the hell up on out of here. Here we go. First thing we do is we're going to set that opener. Triple threat? Okay, I don't believe this is going to happen, but okay. Singles. Jade Cargill versus Io Sky opening the show. That is a killer match, not even going to lie. Holy crap. Katana Chance cutting a promo. Damian Priest, Jacob Fatu. That's another good matchup. We're going to clear it, though. Ooh, shit. It is way past Beer Gut's bedtime, so just trying to knock this thing out and getting it up for you. Nia Jax not going to be taking on anybody. Holy crap. I was going to release Casey Catanzaro because I'm an idiot, but we're going to free her segment up. We're going to actually put in Jesus, so many superstars. Holy crap. Jacob Fatu is going to do advertising for us in the second match on the card. Nia Jax takes on Casey Katana Chance. I almost called her Casey Catanzaro because that's her real name, but did not. We're going to set up Gunther taking on AJ Styles. That should be a banger of a matchup. Should be. Bron Breakker cutting a promo, and in the main event, Roman versus Andrade, or Randy Savage. But Guys, that is going to be the end of the episode. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it. You want to check some more content that I am doing on the channel? I'm going to leave all the series posts in the top four corners. Be sure to check them out, especially if you're a fan of baseball or NASCAR or wrestling, because we are obviously you're a fan of wrestling if you're checking out this video. WWE 2K25, My Rise, Saturday nights when I'm available. Guys, I got to get the hell up on out of here. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I will catch y'all in the next video, and until next time, peace out.